So let's talk about the name of this podcast, right? We're throwing a whole bunch of stuff. Um, yeah, you look a little startled right now, but
Sorry, what?
um,
Did you just
it's
say that you
okay.
had?
It happens, man. I have that effect on people. I do have that effect on people. And
What did you think about Kanye's "Coming to Jesus" album?
let's
It's
talk
been
about the
out.
name of this podcast. Let's talk about the name of this podcast for a minute.
Yeah.
It's 2020, so have you had a chance to check out the new album?
Yes.
Okay, and your thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, I like it. The sound took me a little bit to get used to because I was listening for a little bit more coarse guitar, some more raspy vocals. But instead of going that way, he went back to kind of the more loud, high vocal, very electronic sounding. So overall, I mean, I like it. I need to listen to every song all the way through because I haven't done that yet. I'm like,
Okay.
all right. I mean, I know the chorus. I don't need to hear the bridge of every song. I don't need to see a breakdown. But yeah, what about you? You heard it?
Nope. All right, moving on to the next topic. Let's talk about the name of this podcast. So where did the dragon come from?
Back when we were at Centura still, you had abandoned me.
No, actually what I did is I pursued a career.
You pursued a career in abandoning me.
Potato.
Potato. Tomato.
You
Strawberry,
were a railroad
blueberry.
at the time. I thought you were still a railroad at the time. You actually, the dragon.
I was railroad. That was a life that I needed to leave behind.
Okay.
So I stopped using it, and I asked people to, for the most part, like, it's not me anymore. I'm kind of turning that. I don't want to be out of control, and that's what railroad was, right? And railroad was like driving forward and never ever like, this is my path. Boom.
Yo.
And if you were in the way, you're in the way, and but it was necessary for me at that time because I had to swing from one side to the next, and in order to travel that road that I was on, and you were there with me, man. You remember?
No, I abandoned you. What are you talking about? I abandoned you. How could I be there if I abandoned you? Dude, make up your mind. Either I abandoned you or I didn't. Like, I can't do both at the same time.
Very true. Very true. It's not working. It clearly is not working.
Hey, you know what this is, right? You know what this is, right, Cody?
Your right hand.
No, it's actually Dame time. This is the sign for Dame time.
Dame time, huh?
Yeah, the baddest point guard in the NBA. Yes. Fourth quarter, everybody knows it's Dame time.
Never heard of that person.
Yeah, well, that's all good. I mean, you have to be from Portland to know that. So.
Man, what a season, right? Anyway, back to anyway, he started calling me the dragon, and just from there, I kind of had my own adaptation to it. One of my sayings has been for a while now, slay your dragons. In other words, take care of the difficult things early in the morning, the things that you're nervous about, the things that are challenging you. So when you're in that position to face your whole day, you get the hard part done, and then the rest of your day can kind of go a lot better.
Okay.
That being said, people call it, eat a frog. Well, the first thing to do in the morning is eat a frog.
Nope.
Nope. It can only be better after
it can only
that.
Be better than eating a frog in the morning.
The rest of your day can only get better.
So just do some terrible stuff, and that way you just start out rock bottom. There's no way but up from there.
It's just a saying, and the way I look at it is take care of business.
Hey, what's going on, Naomi?
Say hi, Tori.
Hi, Tori.
Hi.
I can't hear him.
Oh, you can't hear him. That's right.
Hey, Naomi, how are you?
Good.
Oh, look at your hair. It's so long. Hi.
What I have to say?
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Just tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what's on your mind, Naomi. What do you think about the state of the world right now? What are your thoughts?
I don't have to hear you to know what you're doing.
Dad,
Yeah, babe.
Daddy, you have to get up here.
I am going to finish my conversation with Tori. Tonight is mom's night to put you to sleep. Okay?
Okay.
All right, I love you.
Oh,
Bye. Yeah, gosh.
good times, man. Good times.
Girl rules the world.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's where the dragon came from. So I've
Okay.
had the name since,
2006? Because apparently that's when I abandoned you, so 2006.
I think it was 2007 when he joined my team over on the EDM team. So I was on that for a year and a half. No, just before that. I guess, yeah, 2006 when my best friend in the whole world left. Whatever, it's cool. I dealt with it. I'm totally fine.
I need a refill, man. I need a refill.
Totally fine.
Keep talking. Keep talking while I get a refill. Keep talking, please.
So the dragon, that's where that came from. The other thought I had is that cocaine is pretty popular still.
Oh.
And if you said the dragon on the rail, or the doctor on the rails, or doctor off the rails, I was thinking the first thing that came to my mind was the doctor snorting cocaine. And I was like, I don't know if we can do that. Like, if that's the first thing I'm thinking of, which I think is cool as far as a name, but if that's the first image that I came up with, some doctor like, I don't know why, but today seems like it's gonna be a great day. Might not be the best for us.
Yeah, but it's funny though. But yeah, it might not be the best. It might not be the best. I agree. All right, so here's the thing. I like the dragon.
Yeah. Well,
I really like the dragon. So, sorry, I'm finishing up my Taco Tuesday. So,
what is the margarita? Is it a margarita mix or do you make it?
it's a mix, but it's a organic, healthy mix.
I don't know if you can see.
Okay.
Being a white male, bright screens.
First of all,
Watch me out. Dude, don't even go there. You're only half.
I'm not Mexican, so I'm not qualified to talk about margarita mix. Okay.
Okay.
This is organic margarita mix. Has real lime, real agave, and real easy in it. So
real easy.
The three things you need to make a margarita: real lime, real agave, and real easy.
What is easy? I've asked myself that for probably 15 years.
So easy is 48% juice. It's all natural. It's no alcohol. It's about 1 liter, and there's no high fructose corn syrup.
Ah, that's good. High fructose corn syrup is bad for your body.
That's real easy. That's what you need for real easy.
So what is easy?
I just explained it.
No.
I mean, I could read the ingredients again if you missed it somehow.
No. I think you're talking about a process in making something.
No, I was talking about the
easy.
Ingredients are real easy.
Oh, you mean Young Jeezy?
No,
Young Wheezy?
No, definitely not Young Jeezy or Wheezy. I'm talking about real easy. The ingredients to the margarita mix.
Is that Eazy-E's son?
Ingredients.
It's his son. Eazy-E's son.
No, it's not Eazy-E's son. This is part
Straight out of Hampton. It's the guy from Straight Out of Hampton.
Straight Out of Hampton. Eazy didn't have any kids in the Hamptons, man. He's a gangster.
No, it's a different guy. Real Easy is the other That's the offspring. There's the Real Easy that came out of the Hamptons.
No, there is no Real Easy that came out of the Hamptons. That never happened.
In 2008, he was shut down with the mortgage crisis.
No,
I remember.
it was not Real Easy. He was a perpetrator.
He was not the Real Easy.
He clearly is not the Real Easy, because if he was, I'd be drinking him right now.
Oh, is he a handsome man?
No, I'm just saying he would literally be part of the margarita mix that I am drinking. So it's impossible. I'm not drinking a human person right now.
Would you?
Well, I mean,
Listen, don't answer that. Wait,
that's kind
Thad,
of personal.
This is recorded. I can't do that to you.
That's kind of personal, but yes, I would.
Okay, well,
I would drink the blood. I would drink the blood and eat the flesh of somebody. Yes.
me?
No.
Okay, just checking. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd like to.
no.
At some point, I'd like to do the podcast in the same room.
Yeah.
Just got to make sure that I'm safe.
You don't have to worry about me being a carnival, okay?
Carnivals are one of my favorite things to watch, but only on TV, because I don't like really seeing people eat meat, and so it's a little weird when I watch them on TV or in person eat meat. So I do prefer watching carnivals on the TV, especially the
my bad. I meant cannibals. Sometimes you ever heard of the word malapropism? Let's talk about the word malapropism for a minute, Cody. I have a tendency of doing malapropism from time to time. Okay, and what that is I use one word to mean something else, or I mispronounce the word, and so yes, I meant to say carnivore or cannibal, and somehow I combine the two into a carnival. No, it's malapropism. No, that's no. I mean, you're trying. There's no mellow in it. It's MALA. I think something shooter. No, I'm not sure where we're going with this right now. I mean, it's 6 men in the D League. That's kind of disrespectful, but that's fine. I get the point you're trying to make. I get the point.
Or is that mellow?
I get the point you're trying to make. No, it'd be Mala, MALA. So
Malapropism.
there you go.
We are learning.
Yes. Anyway, yes, I would not be a cannibal. So you don't have to worry about me eating you, Cody, or any other human being on this planet. There is only one person who I would have drank his blood and ate his flesh, because he told me to do so. So yes, that is going to be the new word for the week. That could be, a part of the podcast. If that's the direction we want to go, and educating people.
Well, yeah. I mean,
that was deep. Whatever just happened, I don't know. It sounded.
The hat was driving me crazy.
Okay. Well, I don't know why the hat's driving you crazy when the hat's so cool. How's that even possible?
Oh, it's because I don't have my mic, so I'm using.
I don't understand. I don't understand what you're talking about. You spent $200 on this thing. What do you mean you don't have your mic?
No, let's $225.
You spent $225 on that thing. What do you mean you don't have your mic?
I just don't have my hands-free, my podcast mic. Listen.
Yes.
I'm not trying to be judgy here, but you're kind of making me feel awkward.
My bad, man. My bad. All right, let me back off for a minute. I am blowing through this pint of tequila fairly quickly, so
I drank some good. I drank some good wine tonight.
I can tell.
So, names.
All right, so let's bring it back to the dragon. I like the dragon. I like, the fact that the point that you approached me about putting this together. I think it's only fair that the dragon is in the beginning of the name. I was trying to figure out how to incorporate my new nickname. Well, it's not really new now. I've had the nickname since. What?
You've had it since 2008?
Yeah. So as you said, the railroad had to go in the past, and you had to turn the page. The same thing with Dr. Cutlass. So I turned the page on Dr. Cutlass, and in the
SFL.
process, I started doing some self-evaluation, introspection. I started realizing, man, you know, love is like really important to me. It's like super important to me. And, you know, as you and I have had conversations in the past, that was a problem in my first marriage. So I started thinking, I'm like, man, why is love so important to you? And my answer was, I don't know. So then immediately, now understand, Cody, I'm having a very intense conversation with myself. It's called soliloquizing. That can be word of the day next year, or next week, or next month, or next whatever. Anyway.
In this case, in the malapropism for next year is next week.
So in the process of soliloquizing with myself, I realized that love was important to me, but I couldn't explain why. So therefore, clearly, as my man Pac says in the song "Do for Love," I had become a sucker for love. Hence,
SFL. I like it.
Now, with that said, the dragon in SFL it just doesn't. I don't know. Like it just doesn't sound that dope to me. So what I started doing is throughout the day, I went on a nice walk earlier, and I started just throwing some stuff around in my head, and I came up with this. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. This will put next week's soliloquy.
What?
Dude, this is gold, dude. This is gold, Cody. This is gold. But like, you need the video to really appreciate this, man. So I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. Anyway,
we will.
So I was thinking, and again, I'm just throwing stuff around, but I was thinking the dragon. First, it was the dragon and the sucker. But then I was like, how about the dragon and that sucker? So I'd like to do something with dragon and sucker. I haven't figured out how to put that together yet.
I mean, sorry.
I like that. It's not a part of my name, but I like that. And I don't know if that'll get approved. So
we can't get it.
That might not get approved for our podcast.
Definitely not
a sucker MC because I drop bars, Cody. I was dropping bars while I was walking today, man. I was dropping bars. I wish I was recording them, man. I didn't think.
Why don't you, man? I haven't totally lost it, but I have let that part of me slip so far. It's so disappointing. Man, gotta write that stuff down.
You do, man. You do. Me too.
Uh,
I did drop some bars earlier. No, it was late last year, I think. Or maybe it was earlier this year. I did drop some bars for a cousin of mine. So.
Recorded?
I did. Yeah.
Was that what you shared with us?
No. It wasn't that dope. It wasn't that dope. But I mean, it wasn't too shabby for somebody who hasn't wrote in decades. So.
Yeah, I let it go. One of the topics that I would like us to talk about is our inspiration for, as you just said, dropping bars. I mean, I just call it writing. Like there's inspiration out there. There's lots of depth that we can talk about. A lot of stuff. This is one of the things. But I mean, I like that. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
you ain't no sucker.
But I am a sucker, man. I'm a sucker for love.
You're a sucker for love.
But sucker sounds better than SFL, the dragon in SFL. Like, and I feel like that right there is just too long. The dragon and the sucker for love.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do it. We could do that. But I like dragon and I think we found it. I think we're on something. Oh.
that sucker.
Or that sucker, the dragon and that sucker. I don't know. That sounds a little more. I don't know. That sounds funnier to me. The dragon and that sucker sounds funnier than the dragon and the sucker. But I mean, I'm good with whatever. I like the sucker and dragon for love, or whatever the heck you were going. The sucker and that dragon love.
The sucker for the dragon love. Michael. Who's that kid you talking to? Ma, shut up! It's the dragon and that sucker. I don't know. I like it. Okay.
Well, I mean, just something. I like the dragon and the sucker. I mean, whichever it is, like dragon and sucker. I just don't know how to put them together. I have a pretty unique sense of humor. So,
what do you think people will say about that? Let's split out the demographic. Who are we shooting for? Like initially, your friends and my friends, right?
Actually, I hadn't thought about the demographics, and I hadn't even thought about my friends. So, because honestly, I just know that when you and I get on a conversation, or I'm sorry, we get on the call together, it's only a matter of time before like art manifests itself. So I don't know what the audience is for that. I don't know. They have to have like a sense of humor. They have to want to, they have to be in the mood to want to laugh, because that's the gold. Like we can definitely get philosophical. We can educate on our experiences in the world of tech, or the world of or economics, or whatever the case may be. But when that moment hits, man, because you never know when it's going to hit.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know where the rhymes come from, man. Like I just lost my train of thought. Like I literally don't know what I'm talking about anymore because of what you just typed. So I'm just gonna shut up and drink my margarita.
The entertainment comes from the value. The value of the entertainment comes from
the rhymes,
the perspectives that we bring together, and the fact that it turns into art eventually. The flow becomes very, very fun, organic, and that's the advantage of having Zencaster as, and even Zoom, but really going, when we get our rigs going, getting into the post production of it, right, and pulling it together and breaking it apart. Because there's parts that we can, snip and pull out of the body of the content to be an intro, right, and then we can talk about how we flow through each podcast. But yeah, you got to have a good sense of humor. That's what you're saying. You got to have a good sense of humor. You got to be able to. You got to not be able to got to not take anything serious. You got to be able to say, these guys are just messing around. It's just some sucker talking to a dude thinks he's a dragon. like what the fuck?
Pretty much.
What?
That's it right there in a nutshell. Oh man. Wow.
Oh, sorry. What were we talking
We've
about?
got so much content, man. We're covered for like the next month, Cody. Wow, this is amazing.
We could just talk about Asiatic right now. What the hell? We could definitely go there.
No, that's week 3. That's 2 weeks from now. So we can't go there right now.
No. We're getting ahead of ourselves already, aren't we?
Correct.
Slow it down. We still don't even know if it's going to be that sucker or the sucker.
There's no ER in the name, so I'm not sure where you got sucker from. All right, that's fine. Fair enough. That sucker is not straight out of Hampton. Okay, that sucker has never been in the Hampton, wherever.
That sucker is growing on me quite a bit because it's very specific. Like it's not a you're a sucker. It's that sucker.
That sucker. Like that sucker.
That sucker. Yeah. I think this is gonna get 2 votes now. We need a 3rd vote.
Okay. Can you go grab Naomi real quick?
No, she would vote for the sucker. She's
Can you put back the 3rd one? She might vote for the 3rd one because it was properly pronounced.
No, she doesn't pronounce anything proper.
Oh, all right then. So I don't appreciate you disrespecting my girl like that.
Who?
My girl.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't appreciate you disrespecting her like that. So,
dude,
I don't care. I don't care if she is biologically your seed, and was sired by you. I still don't appreciate the fact that you disrespected my girl.
Oh, great. So now he's doing it. Listen, to our loyal followers, my co-host, though he didn't realize that he was using very, very misogynistic words and taking claim on something that obviously wasn't his, we are actually okay with that part. It's really the fact that he went totally racial and called me a sire, as if because I'm white, I am now of royalty, and he's insinuating that I think I'm higher than him or above him in some way. Listen, we're all on the same level playing field here. This is 2020. This podcast is normally designed to represent the fact that we can be diverse and yet have similar sense of humors, which really humor draws us together. Love, sense of humor. Holy crud.
Yay!
Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil.
Whoa. 3rd vote. What's up, Naomi?
Naomi, do you like the dragon and that sucker?
Yep.
Done.
It's done. It's done. Thank you, Naomi. That's my girl right there. Thank you. Oh, that's so adorable. What is that,
Kittles.
Kennedy?
Where did you find those? We don't even have like where did you even find that? That's something Mama was hiding, huh? Was Mama hiding that? Look at that face. I ain't opening that. It is 9:30 at night. Now. Get out of my face. You can go talk to Mom about it.
Oh.
Look at Tori. He's getting upset.
I am not getting upset. You tell him. You tell him, Naomi.
I don't want to open them, okay? Mama can if she wants, okay? All right. Love you.
Open them later.
Okay, give me a hug.
Deuces, girl. Deuces.
Give him the deuces. Give Tori the deuces. Give him the...
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Uh-oh. Oh, I see a muscle man. I see a muscle man. What's going on, muscle man?
Hold on.
Hello.
What's up, muscle man? I see you flexing over there. I see you flexing.
What?
I see you flexing over there, muscle man. What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
How you been?
Good.
Good, good. You taking care of your father? Because he needs to be taken care of sometimes.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. See you.
All right, man.
All right, man. I'm trying to find my book. 1 second.
So, audience people, again, I just want to reiterate, this is a pilot. So, we are still trying to understand how to be organized. Okay. So week 4, the word of the week will be organization. So that we're not trying to organize in the middle of the podcast. So this will be a work in progress. I mean, he's already, the switched up number. Sometimes he types out the name of the number. Sometimes he puts the actual number. Like we clearly have a long way to go to have some type of consistency. Yes. That's deep. That's deep, Cody.
That is deep.
That is really deep.
let's realize that this was just to get some thoughts flowing, to get some good vibes going.
That's pretty dope. That looks like a Flash logo and it says guest or something. I don't know what it's. Pearl Jam. Pearl Jetty. Who's Pearl Jetty?
Pearl Jetty. It's a relatively unknown band out of Seattle. They've been sued a number of times for their copying of Pearl Jam.
Oh, I see. My bad.
That's a backstage pass.
I should probably put my glasses on so I could actually see. I am kind of nearsighted. So.
That was a backstage pass. That one of the few times I've been able to go backstage and hang out with the band.
That was pretty fun, man. Well, I'm glad you got to experience that, man.
Yeah, it's been fun to have that connection. I was on a flight back from HIMSS when you and I met in Florida. What was that?
That would have been 2011. That would have been 2011. Yes. This is the baddest woman on the planet. Her name is Chun-Li. Oh,
that looked like the Lady Thor.
I mean, she might as well be Lady Thor with her legs. She might as well be Lady Thor.
Chun-Li? Chun-Li?
Yes. What about Chun-Li?
Is she where does she come out of?
She comes out of the video game, the greatest video game of all time called Street Fighter 2.
Oh, I thought you said the greatest one called Golden Axe. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it would be Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 wait. Let's try this again. Street Fighter 2 made way more money than Golden Axe did. Yes. It is considered the GOAT of arcade games.
Is it really? I've never played it.
It's up there with Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. And Pong. It's up there with Pac-Man, Pong, and Donkey Kong. Now, I am dating myself a little bit, Cody. I know you young bucks.
You put that.
Y'all don't know what arcade games are. Young bucks got your little video game consoles and your little mobile apps and all that good stuff and your little PC gaming. But us old fogies used to play arcade games at the arcade.
I used to play at the nickel arcade. Been there many of times using my dollar bills from my actual allowance. That
Clearly,
was not
you
put
haven't,
on.
because if you did, you would have known about Street Fighter 2. And
was not put on.
One and only Chun-Li.
Well, awesomely enough, I was too old for that.
That makes zero sense.
Let's share our insight into the prep for this podcast going forward. Let's share the content. So, we'll give ourselves some homework for podcast, 1. Move that down. So we got a couple things to talk about. The business. What's our objective? And anticipated outcome of the podcast.
I'm gonna let you run with this one, Cody.
Right. So we want to talk about that. We want to figure that out. Where I'm coming from is, that I truly want to give people a sense of these guys are fools, but they're not fools as in I want to make fun of them. They're just willing to be them, right? They're willing to be two dudes talking, goofing around, random thoughts, but then learn something from it, right? So I want them to, like, in their mind, be like, hey, you guys got to check these dudes out, right?
All right.
You got to check them out. And I want people to say, you might not understand them, right? But I don't want to be so far out there that people don't get us, because sometimes you and I can get off the rails, which is why I did like Doctors Off the Rails.
I love it too, but somebody wants to put that in the past, so whatever.
Well, still not decided. We haven't posted.
The doctors, right?
Sorry.
So you have the doctor is, or you can do apostrophe S, so you don't have to write the word is. The doctors off the rails. I don't know about question marks. He's not off the, no, it's not the doctor's off the rails. No, it's the doctor's off the rails. Exclamation point.
For free?
Even though we got 3 votes, I guess we haven't officially.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like all of a sudden we go off the rails. It's like a common phrase, something that's catchy. I like this part not as much, like because I'm just a badass, and
So you can't have your name in the title because you're such a badass?
no, it's like pretentious, like I think I'm a badass, which maybe I am. I don't know.
You're just reflecting your name. So you said you wanted your name in the title. So I mean, I don't know how that comes across as you being egotistical or anything. So
Did I say that? Oh crap! Now we got to revote.
where are the votes coming from? We already got 3 for 1. Where are we gonna get? Where are we gonna get additional votes? We can't re-vote. That's against the law.
No, Democrats do it all the time.
No, that's not true. That is not true. Let me tell you something, man. I was leaving. I went on this nice walk today, and I went in the grocery store. The grocery store was right there, so I went in there, grabbed some stuff, Taco Tuesday, and so
With
forth.
the mask on.
I was leaving, walking to my car, and this guy, older man, long white hair, had a face mask on, and he said, "Can you believe what the Republicans did to our economy?" I said, what do you mean? He said, well, last time it took them 7 years to destroy the economy. This time it took them, 3 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, they're just trying to be more efficient. But the fact of the matter is, I was like, this dude is literally talking about the Republicans destroying the economy. Wherever does it make sense that the Republicans will be trying to destroy an economy? When that's a big part of their platform is a strong economy.
It's like money, wealth.
So why would they be destroying it? You know what that sounds like? That sounds like this meme. I'm gonna send it to you, Cody. There's this new conspiracy theory. You probably heard of it. I mean, it's absolutely unfounded, right? Completely unfounded. But
Okay.
apparently 5G is causing coronavirus to spread. It's behind the spread, the out of control pandemic of the coronavirus, right? COVID-19. The meme says 5G is causing coronavirus spread like crazy. The response is Neil deGrasse Tyson. He says, so let me get this straight. A business would create a virus to destroy and kill the customers of their business within weeks. Is that what you're saying? And the guy sits there with crickets and ends up saying, stay woke.
Tori, what I tell people all the time is, it's funny how easy it is for politicians to turn us against each other. They don't care if they're Democrat or Republican, except for every 2 years and 4 years. It's just like every 2 years, they want to get reelected. So they're going to like, I'm a Republican. Okay, sure you are. You know what? Sure. I'm a Democrat. Okay, sure you are. Like, for real. Like, we as humans, as citizens of the United States of America,
right?
We are less Democrat and Republican. We're so far away from that. If you think about what you do every single day, it's very few American citizens that are like that are about the Democrat and Republican. We are about making our lives as good as we can, being as comfortable as we can, and being as thoughtful to each other as we can for the most part. And yet we buy into, and okay, I mean, politically speaking,
clearly,
they're just, that's what they are. That's what they're trying to do, is teach you and me that this other person is bad because maybe they have or don't have the same type of political belief, when in all reality there's one authority, and that's where the biggest division is. And it's not a negative division, if you believe that he is our authority, that God is our authority. It's others who take it to that extreme, that if you happen to be a believer, then you are suddenly out to get somebody. You're not socially minded. You're in it for your brother. And so I find oftentimes that we're really divided by this government that is at the federal level. And so I am battling with the 5G thing, because that's very real in my my immediate world. A person that I am close to, I will not say their name, is really working on my wife to convince her that 5G is you see, it's not COVID-19 that it's causing. It's diminishing our immune systems to the point that is allowing COVID-19 to spread, and it's every 6 months after a new technology comes out, we have a pandemic, a breakthrough technology, H1N1. Before, the globe had the most number of most amount of cell phones that came out with then you go back before that, and you look at the industrial revolution coming through. You had the pandemic of 1917, which electrified the earth. That was after telegraph and everybody had a telephone. And then in the 60s we had satellites go up and kind of blanket our ozone, or excuse me, our atmosphere. So this is where that's coming from, and I battle it every day. And I can tell you, I'm like, can we be real, people? Can we be real? What? It's the same thing I tell other people. The government's out to get you. Really? You think the government cares a damn about what you're doing? Like, hey, Tori, does the government really care that you have a business implementing networks, solving network problems? They don't care. Pay your taxes. They don't care. Like, they're not going to send some goons out to follow you and find out what you're doing. They're not going to follow you around. They're going to waste that money. I'm like, nah.
Well, I will say this, man. Right, I've seen other countries who have straight up pushed back on 5G, and they have stated that there are some health concerns, and so that is found. I agree.
No, yeah, I'm not saying that.
That's
I'm not saying
found,
that.
but to say that 5G is the cause of coronavirus like that, that's where you're like, okay, wait a minute. All right, we're getting a little crazy now. But 5G in of itself does have some concerns when it comes to health. So I won't dispute that at all. I'm just not going to sit here and say 5G is the reason why COVID-19 is off the chain right now, right? Because I'm gonna be like this. This is what I'm gonna be like. 5G responsible for COVID-19. How? I'll wait. Or maybe I'll do Neil deGrasse Tyson. Did you know that 5G is causing the coronavirus? Why would a business create a technology that would kill its own customers in weeks? Take your time on that one. Take your time.
Stay woke.
So,
man, this guy is just people. People stay woke. Keep your
look. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying when people say the United States government created COVID-19 and planted that crap in China to make it seem like China, whatever, some dude eating a bat, whatever the case may be. What country has been impacted the most? Why would a government want to destroy their own economy? especially in an election year. Why?
It's our goal,
Clearly,
man. We love doing this to ourselves. Every
well, I'm
election
just
year,
saying, like,
we
I'm just saying, like, and then we're gonna kill hundreds of thousands of people. It just doesn't make sense. That's all. At the end of the day, like, it don't make sense that I'm going to destroy myself. It just doesn't make sense. I'm going to destroy myself because somehow that's going to cause. Well, the Democrats somehow got this out. So the Democrats somehow, unbeknownst to
created
Trump and the Republican Party, found a way to plant this virus in China with the plan that eventually America of all countries would be decimated and people would be so upset because of the ineptitude of Trump and the way they've handled it. Clearly in November, Joe Biden's going to get voted. He's going to get elected. Like they just it's without question. There is no way, number one, the Democrats get that past the Republicans. And then two, there is no way on this planet that it goes that smoothly that we become the most jacked up and then Trump gets voted out in November. There's that like, and then what? Oh, and then on top of that, 250,000 people ended up having to die in the process. But you know what? Hey, we had to get Trump out of the office.
Hey,
So
you gotta kill
a quarter of a million people to die to get it done.
You gotta kill the old people. You gotta kill the old people. Everyone's voting for him.
Hey, well, apparently, according to CNN, the vast majority of people dying right now happen to be African Americans. So we know they ain't voting for him. So that definitely ain't working.
Backfired. It backfired in their face.
The Surgeon General came out today. Trump came out today and said, "Yeah,
it's the Russians.
Them black folks, man, they're dying a lot more than everybody else, man. That's kind of jacked up, man. Them black people over there, them colors are dying." The Surgeon General, who happens to be a black man's like, we dying up in here. We dying. So this is pretty serious. And African Americans are taking a huge L on coronavirus. So for the Democrats to think killing a big part of their base would somehow help them win the election in November, I'm just saying, like, you don't have to be a genius
to realize how genius that is.
Some flaws with that.
Oh, you're saying it's not real?
What's that?
Are you saying it's not real?
What I'm saying is,
that's what I believe.
It wouldn't make sense if that's what the Democrats did. That just wouldn't make sense, because if I'm trying to win an election, why would I kill off a huge part of my base in the process? How do I win the election?
Joe Biden.
If I'm just saying.
I mean,
if I kill all the black people, how do the Democrats win the election? That's all I'm asking. Tell me how the Democrats could ever win an election.
What time is it right now? It is 9:54 p.m. Tuesday, April 7th. Cuomo's your guy.
Cuomo's your guy. Is Cuomo? Which Cuomo are we talking about? Are we talking about the mayor of New York? Or are we talking about the
mayor of New York?
Okay.
Mayor of New York.
Well,
somehow.
Are you telling me he's going to be the guy in November representing the Democratic Party?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Somehow he is going to become. He's going
because
to
the Democrats planted. Because the Democrats planted COVID back in September in China to make it spread through really they put it in Wuhan because it's going to impact the economy the most. They've got to do that so that they can create chaos in America to change their election rules so they can put Cuomo in. And then it really doesn't matter if they have the black vote at that point, because Trump did such a great job in December and January in controlling this that we just really is got to have somebody strong on the Democrat side instead of wait, what were we talking about? Oh, Joe Biden. Wait, no, who?
Look. Before we digress, not to take anything away from Cuomo and the job he's done in New York and whatever the case may be, but New York's got almost 100,000 infected people. Why would the mayor of the most heavily contracted, highest death count somehow become the leader of the Democratic Party?
Listen, I'm not the one that creates the Democrats' plan. Okay, I would have done
It's
different.
getting even more
Would have done
nonsensical
it.
as we talk about it.
Would have done it differently. I'm just saying the facts. Okay, I'm just saying the
Hold on.
facts.
So let's kill off a huge part of our voter base, which is blacks, and then let's take the mayor of the worst freaking city in the entire country when it comes to coronavirus, and let's make him run the country.
Listen, Tori, listen. I'm trying to tell you here.
Oh, by
I
the way,
would've done it-
his brother is on CNN hallucinating and about to lose his life, and God knows what he's going through. But yes, that is our best shot at beating Trump.
It's very possible that they're going to have the Prime Minister of Germany as our Democratic. Listen, I'm just saying the facts. Okay, you're asking me my opinion. It's not an opinion. I'm just stating the facts of the matter. Okay. Gosh, you're being judgy on me, but it's not
man,
my. It's
I
not
apologize.
my.
I apologize for being judgy. I apologize for being judgy. I'm just trying to use common sense. I'm not even trying to be intellectual. I'm just trying to use basic, mediocre common sense. That's all. I don't know if our audience is going to appreciate us talking politics for half an hour. Thanks, Cody. Thanks.
I think it's appropriate because neither of us are political. It works. So, do we share our agenda or do we just jump into a subject and then goofiness?
Well, that's the thing, man. I don't know. Do most podcasts they share their agenda up front?
I don't think so.
I didn't think so.
I don't think so.
So no, I wouldn't say we share an agenda up front.
Okay.
Goofy talk? What is goofy talk, dude? I feel like I am serious 100% of the time. It may be funny to other people, but I feel like I'm serious 100% of the time. So I don't ever feel like I'm goofy. I mean, you can call it nonsense, but I'm serious. And I'm not sure who's first, but I can tell you who's last.
So I was curious about who's on second, though.
Why?
What?
Why would that even matter?
Because if there's someone before them, there's got to be somebody after them.
Either you're first or you're last, Cody. It doesn't matter if you're second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Because there's 8 bases in baseball. So I'm just saying, it doesn't matter if you're on first base or 8th base. At the end of the day, you're either first or you're last.
Tying it into the reality that, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence. And my daddy did tell me that once there was nothing better than being first, because if you ain't first, you're last. However, that being said, I like to hit grand slams every time I'm on base.
I think we need to pause for a minute, Cody. I think we need to let's unpack pissing excellence. Let's unpack that for a minute. What does pissing excellence even mean? Because I can tell you right now, we have a lot of viewers that minds were just blown with that statement. And there's even a co-host right now who is having a hard time functioning with that statement because it was just so mind-blowing. So can you for us simpletons, can you explain what pissing excellence means?
Yes. Yes, I can.
And when I say us simpletons, I'm talking about you and everybody else.
Yes, sir.
What simpleton?
When I wake up, this is going to be pretty much every morning.
Is this going to be PG-13 though?
No, of course.
This is a PG-13 podcast.
Oh yeah, no, certainly.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure.
Because when I wake up, which is almost every morning.
Almost. There's some mornings you don't wake up.
Well, there were mornings before I was born, and there will be mornings after I die. So over the course of my life, every morning that I have woken up,
Okay, I can argue that.
I have to urinate. My
Okay.
bladder has been filled over the course of my fasting and sleeping and resting, and as my body's been regenerating and utilizing
Utilizing what?
the nutrients that I had ingested the day before that day.
Okay. This is serious. This is pretty intense, man. Let me get.
I have to then expectorate the urine out of my body.
Okay.
So basically, it's like spitting.
I don't understand. That's wow. This is some deep
usually
stuff, man.
primarily
This
swollen,
is
primarily
very
because of my swollen prostate.
Okay.
What comes out are things like fantastic, excellent, benevolent, incredible. Ideas of healing, happiness, scoring from the second base. And that's like a double right there every time.
Man.
That's like being first and last at the same time.
Can I just take a break for a minute to process? I see.
Mm-hmm.
I need 5 seconds to process. Okay.
Time's up.
Please continue. Please continue.
Time's up. That was.
Thank you for the grace period. Please continue.
But we want them to impart wisdom, right?
Okay.
So Colbert meets Jackie Chan.
I don't recall Jackie Chan having an interview show, but okay, I'll take your word for it.
He was a teacher.
Yeah, it's not connecting for me.
Jackie Chan was a well-known college, university instructor.
I know Jackie Chan, the actor.
Never heard of him.
He was very funny in Rush Hour 7.
Are you understanding the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Nobody understands the words that are coming out of your mouth.
So, I don't know, man. I feel like more like, like a little bit like a Colbert, sitting across, having some questions, giving the answers. I don't want it to be a debate necessarily. The format really should be, pick somebody that's influential in your network. Bring a bit of a serious aspect to it, a learning aspect to it, something that's teaching, that we can prime them for some questions.
Okay.
A few things: leadership, entrepreneurial, mindset. So your business partner, right? You guys are entrepreneurs, right? Try and do your thing. Mentorship. My brother's been really strong in being a mentor for, a number of years now.
Okay.
Things like working from home, remote work. Now we can interview each other in this, in this segment as well.
Sure.
Which would be, like, how do you function? What are the best ways to succeed, if you're going to be leading and managing a team,
Sure.
a business unit, if you're the CEO of a company, how are you going to pivot in this world? Do you lean on your CIO to help you, manage the connection of your people? How's the CIO going to navigate these kind of really crazy waters, right? Because there's
Okay.
security, there's connectivity, there's devices. So you've got then all the hardware that's out there. You got finance, right? The budget of doing these things. So there's that. We could talk about that. We can bring that into it. Shoot, your son podcasting. What is it like being in his shoes as a young podcaster, right? Trying to get his name out there, his brand, right?
Sure.
So he was definitely one that I had on my list of, thoughts that are spinning out there.
Okay.
So app development, and then some more social things. Maybe there's a local politician that somebody. Maybe there's an advocate, and then a reminiscing section that we can at maybe 6 months, maybe a year from now, we do a little bit of reminiscent. Bring some of our people in that we know, and just talk about some cool stories. So those are some. The interview itself is to bring external folks in with 5 questions that we'll prime them with those 5 questions, let them get a chance to really script out their responses.
Sure.
We can record that call, right? We'll use Zencaster, we'll fire it up. We can record that call, and that can be completely separate from the rest of our recording, right? So that'll be 3 audio clips for podcast number 2.
Okay.
And then we can record the rest of it. Those are my thoughts. I don't know. What do you think? I want your real feedback on that.
No, I'm good with it. Like when you approached me, I really didn't have a structured format other than just letting it flow. But so I was open to anything. And for me, nothing's really off the table. If we want to. That's kind of redundant, but that's fine. I would say this. I would say that, again, we can bring spirituality into it. We can bring economics into it. We can bring what you and I are, our experiences in the world of IT into it, dealing with businesses, come from an educational position on any of those perspectives. We could talk about marriage. We could talk about, clearly, I am a teacher when it comes to marriage, because they say those who can't do teach. So I could be a great teacher when it comes to marriage. Not so much. You're not really a good teacher on marriage because you're still doing it. So, but we could talk about marriage. We could talk about family. We could talk about the principles. Let me tell you something that I am really passionate about, Cody, and I failed at it. But I'm still passionate about it, and it's the role of a husband, man. There's so many marriages that are failing just because the man, well, I can't use the word man anymore. So just because the male figure in that
husband,
you can't really use that word anymore. So it's
the husband is just the
can't really use that word. That's not
the mate. It's just the mate. That's
not politically correct, Cody. Look, love is love, okay? So you can't put labels on things anymore. So you have 2 people in a union of love, and that's fluid. Now, traditionally speaking, yes. Well, traditionally speaking, if you want to hold to tradition, I think it's very important that you understand that there are roles in a marriage. And I believe a lot of reasons why marriages fail is because the 2 people don't understand their roles in the marriage. So definitely, we want to talk about different aspects of life outside of IT, outside of leadership, entrepreneurialism, economics, spirituality, politics. I like to call it politics. I'm open to however you want to do it, and that's the point I'm trying to make. I'm definitely open to interviewing people. I think that's a great platform to bring people in and allow them to express themselves, allow them to obviously promote their brand. So that's an opportunity for them. That's free marketing for them, and
yeah.
So by all means, man. And there's a lot of people that I think want to, they have wisdom and probably knowledge, because there's a difference between the 2.
There is.
They want to impart, and they don't have an outlet. They don't have a channel. They don't have a platform where they can share that. So I think it's very
Yeah,
important
yeah.
to give them that platform, because in a sense it's allowing them to share. It's allowing them to do something they want to do, and so I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. I think if we're gonna try to keep this condensed to an hour, I don't know. Just again, just based off my own experience with podcasts when I used to really be into them and so forth, you know, anything over an hour starts to get a little dicey. I don't know. A lot of people have ADHD or ADD, and
I agree.
they
I
tend to
agree.
zone out after a certain period, and I think you have to be careful with that.
Totally do.
So I think we have to be, we have to be sensitive to that and really consider, you know, can we get away with more than an hour of content? And if so, then
I think you're absolutely right, because personally, I could listen to a podcast all day long, as long as it flowed. That being said, what I struggled with was, should we even cut it at, like, make it a 45-minute podcast, because of what you just said. People's attention is not where it used to be. Now, I think we can create an hour-long podcast if we're giving it into, breaking it into, a few segments, which would be the intro, talk about, just talk about our life real quick, just like open it up, start getting the juices flowing, and then an interview. That's why I said 3 to 5 questions. I don't want I don't want a Joe Rogan this, right? I don't want a 2-3 hour podcast.
okay, is that what he does? He does a 3-hour podcast?
Oh man, he puts it down. I mean, he's had, it's like an hour and a half sometimes.
Maybe that works. Maybe that works. Let me tell you right now, from
Well,
a streaming perspective, most streamers, and when I'm talking about streamers, I'm talking about like Twitch and Mixer.
mhm.
They average 8-hour streams, and they have a lot of followers that sit there for 8 hours and watch them. So my son,
Man,
he's at about 4 to 5 hours, but he's trying to build up to an 8-hour stream. So the younger generation, maybe they have no problem with hour and a half, 2 hours. But the older generations, where I get a little concerned with, like people of my age, my son calls me a boomer, right? Even though I'm technically, I'm not a baby
dude.
boomer. But the fact
Oh,
that
boomer. I thought you said the N word. Sorry.
no, he would never call me that, because he is racially indifferent. So
Yeah, you better be. I was say, man.
well, it's you can't really use that term if it's irrelevant to you. It's like me saying, okay, I don't see heterosexuality or homosexuality, so why would I ever use that F word that my co-host used earlier in the podcast that pretty much destroyed any chances of us ever launching? So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Basically, just any word I don't understand is going down here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I think that the interview,
it
we
depends on
can.
our target audience. Like if our target audience is 20, 15 to 60, well, when you start getting over 40, that time frame starts to drop. But if you stay below 30, that time frame can expand. So it really depends
So I
on
think,
our audience.
I think our audience should be the mature late 20s to the upper age. But I think that we still need to create content and let the audience drive it. If the audience stays at a youthful age, less than 40 years old, maybe like 45 as a majority, where does the age demographic flow? Then we can adjust our content. I still think that for the first year, as we're building up, as we get to that following that, that our goal, whatever our goal is, which we still need to talk about at some point, we've got to really understand and be cognizant of 1 hour and what that means to our audience, because I agree with you. 1 hour is about the limit. And so if we record 2 hours worth of audio, we've got to find a way to get it down to 1 hour of content. And I think the way we do that is to have is to maintain like a 3 to 5 question interview that's pointed, specific. Give our person the opportunity to prep their thoughts and get it to us, and then we can mix that in and put the poignant and the pertinent information into that podcast, because they may go off the rails, or they may take it in a direction that we're not okay with, and we can edit. Question 3 might not even be valid based upon the direction that they're going, right?
Okay.
So we can keep their interview to that 15-minute, leaving us 45 minutes of space to occupy with what we do the best, which is go from nonsense to serious to nonsense, to keeping it real, to talk about what you earlier were trying to say was conspiracy, which I know to be fact, which is the Democrats really trying to get the Prime Minister of Germany elected as a president. But
Fair enough. We'll disagree on that one. Well, actually, we'll disagree to agree on that one. How about that?
Do you need older Black people, if you're a German prime minister, to be the United States president?
So what you need, if you want to beat Trump, is more than the white vote. So then you have to start looking at what's...
But if you're going to open it up to the world...
That's not going to happen. The United States of America...
Oh, now he's talking. Now he's...
...to vote for president. Because we don't represent the world, Cody. We represent...
One world government.
No, we're not there yet. We're not...
Oh, good. I was worried. You had me worried. I thought you were talking
close.
about that.
We're getting there, but we're not quite there.
Man, you were making me nervous, Tori. I tell you, you were making me nervous. I thought that's what you're talking about.
No, I can get into it if you want, because,
You can get intuitive?
God talks about...
You are intuitive.
We're already at close to 2 hours. I don't want to, turn this into a 5-hour podcast. Our very first podcast is 5 hours. I don't want to do that.
But you are very intuitive already.
Well, I do like the fact that I'm in, and, 2 is close to my favorite number 3. And if, you can do so many things with those 3 letters.
I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty impressed that you're into it.
Thanks.
I'm not going to lie. What are we going to do? How are we going to do this?
One podcast at a time, my friend. One podcast at a time.
All right. Are you more creative at night, or are you more creative in the morning?
I am absolutely more creative at night. I am a horrible person in the morning.
Good.
So
Good.
Saturday mornings, you're probably not going to get the best, but I am committed to Saturday at 7:30. Just you're going to probably get a D versus an A, but you're still going to get...
I'm thinking about...
What I'm passing score, because I never take L's, buddy. There's no F in my name. I don't take L's.
You don't take pills?
I don't take L's. I take a lot of pills.
I think I understand what you're saying.
Thank you.
No, I don't. Never mind.
Well, that's your fault.
This is going to be the largest supermoon of the podcast.
Okay.
Which is...
I heard it's going to be pink.
I've heard rumors.
No, it's facts. It's facts.
I've heard rumors.
It's facts. A rumor can't be a fact.
Well, you can fax me whatever you want. It's called email these days.
2020, nobody faxes.
It's called email. Essentially what it is. Just take pictures of your phone.
Cody, I will hit you on the gram, okay? Maybe I'll send you a story. What I need to work on is this, Cody. I need to work on staying in character. I need to work on not losing it in the middle of the podcast. I have a problem. I can't stop laughing.
We can get into that.
We will have... That's practice. I will have to learn how to hold it.
Yeah.
No.
The Earth is round.
That is
Is it?
That is debatable.
Is it?
That is debatable.
I mean, yeah. So I think Saturdays are what I want to do with Saturdays. Really, just have coffee and talk about our next week's podcast.
That sounds pretty sus. That sounds pretty sus.
I don't like to have sus in the morning on Saturday mornings.
Well, apparently you do because you're trying to get some sus on a Saturday morning.
What's sus? Why gotta?
So sus. You can add this. This is like week 9 word of the week. So sus is a modern day version of homoerotic. It's what the young bucks, the new crowd, the next generation. Instead of saying homoerotic or gay, because you can't say gay anymore because that's politically incorrect, they say sus. S-U-S. So yeah, having coffee at 7:30 in the morning and talking about our feelings is very sus, Cody.
How dare you? How dare you take that away from me?
I'm not taking it away from you. You can do it. It just won't be a good look, but you can do it.
We don't have to.
The dragon will be replaced with the sus.
We don't have to video.
Look, how about the sus and that sucker? How about the name? How about that be the name? I think we should get some votes on that. I think we need to get some votes. Go get Rachel. Go get Keegan and go get Naomi. Let's see if we can get some votes.
Okay. How's that vote for you?
Yeah, you know what? I think the voting is ended. I think the results are in, and we're ready to what does CNN say? We're ready to make a call. So the prediction is that will not be the name of the podcast.
I like that. I like the sus.
Well, I don't. I think it's
I
inappropriate.
like the sus, but I think that it takes it to a level. I like the dragon and that sucker. And the doctor's off the rails, those two, but I think we should stick with this one.
Well, that one got the votes. Okay.
I'm gonna ask.
That one got the votes. Like Tulsi Gabbard can stay in the running all she wants. She ain't got the votes.
I'm pretty sure when I last messaged her and said, "Hey, you're done," she showed me a picture that she had all the votes that she needed.
I don't know what type of votes those were, but they had nothing to do with the primary.
Just likes on her Facebook page.
That's dope. She is a likable person. I was actually rooting for her. I actually was hoping she would stay in there and try to find a way to the DNC that's going to be virtual this year. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
We got to figure out week 9. All right, dude. Tori, love you, man. This is gonna be fun.
First podcast, 2 hours long, man. We came out the gate strong, dude.
I think they'll be less strong in a 2-hour format. Where they'll be dynamic and powerful if we keep them to 60 minutes.
I would agree.
Now, yeah, just gotta Saturday, 7:30.
That's fine. We can do a little stuff on Saturday mornings. That's cool.
Just to come up with a subject and build out podcast 1 for our first real podcast. Now, when are you getting your mic? My mic is coming Friday.
I got notification from Amazon that they've been shipped. I don't have a date though. My dates are between the 9th and the 20th, but they've been shipped. So
You're good. You are golden.
So what
Nice.
we'll do is I'll put on my calendar. Let's see here. Yes, we're going to go ahead and kill your screen, and we're going to go ahead and share my screen. So what I'm going to do is on Saturday the 11th, 7:30, right?
7:30 a.m.
Okay.
because I can't sleep past that.
Cool. Go ahead and set my alert. We'll go ahead and do 2 days before. So I will completely forget. Cool?
Yeah, no, I like that.
All right, cool.
Why is it not recurring?
Because I can only handle one sus time my entire existence. So
No. It's got to be recurring. I got to get sus time with you every week.
I don't know, man. You know what? I'll take that into advisement and I'll get back to you after Saturday.
Do that.
Okay. I can not commit to that. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna see if we get our mics, then we'll do it through Zencaster.
Okay.
If we don't get our mics, we'll do through Zoom again,
Okay.
and we can go from there.
Does Zencaster not have the ability to record without mics and headphones?
Yeah, it does. It does. It's true audio, and so
You don't like it?
I just get worried. We'll try it.
Okay.
We gotta learn it anyway, right?
Well, I will stop recording and figure out how to export the video and the audio, which I'm sure the video in of itself is going to be like 5.7 gigs. I'll figure out how to get that to you
Terabytes.
without snail mail, and we can talk about whether or not we want to produce it and post produce it and put it out there.
Yeah. We gotta check it out. We gotta do some stuff, man. This was fun, dude. I'm really looking forward to this.
Me too, man.
Put an invite on your calendar for Tuesday nights.
We got to put it out there, man. I will definitely put out there Tuesday nights, 8:30. If that works, 9. Whatever works. I'm flexible. So if 9's better or 9:30 or whatever works for you, I'm good. I'm nocturnal, so I'm always going to have the creative juices flowing at night. But
So I put it on 8:30 to 10.
Okay.
It's gonna be in your mailbox here in a moment.
I probably will get my junk mail, but I'll check my spam.
Oh man, that's not good.
Why is that?
Why does it go to junk mail?
Why does anything go to junk mail?
I don't know, man. I'm just curious.
It's junk. And I'll make sure to tell my filters that it's not junk. I mean, they clearly have a good idea of what is, but I'll make sure to tell them, make an exception.
They got a solid idea of what's junk or not. So please make sure that the filters.
I will make sure you are whitelisted, Cody. No pun. No pun. That is the term used for allowing senders, whitelisting, man. Look.
Don't forget where you're coming from.
All right, I will make sure you're approved. You're on the approved list.
Everybody wants a piece of there tomorrow. They ain't wanting to put up the effort. Wait, I never put in the time to do any of that. So I don't have any credibility of my own.
Hey, look. Just for the record, I am 49.7 Caucasian. So therefore, I can't be racist.
That means you are almost half racist.
I don't know what that means. There's no such thing as half racist, man. So I don't know. Either you're racist or you're not. So I don't.
You are racist. Half of you has created that horrible turmoil.
Not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. You cannot be half racist against yourself.
I'm black from the waist down, and I'm pissed off.
I don't know why you'd be pissed off. You should be a very happy person.
Dude, I don't get anything special from being black from the waist down.
Oh, you get a lot of things special, Cody. You're just underestimating it.
Okay, man. I can jump really well.
Look, we won't get into details, okay? We won't get into details. But there's a reason why you brought that up. There's a reason why you brought that up. If there was no benefit, you wouldn't have made that statement. So common sense, man. Common sense.
Dude, I'm just telling you. Because it's just this horrible thing. I'm really good at doing certain things. I can't really talk about it. Well, it's not being recorded anymore.
It's a PG-13. It is still recording. I have not stopped recording, Cody. So I need you to stay PG-13 as much as possible, okay? This cannot become, nightly. Sorry. What exactly is holy about crap? I've never understood that.
Well, depends on how it's done and who it's done by.
Okay.
When people first saw this space that Christ pooped,
Yes.
and they found it, they dug it up.
Yes.
The first words out of their mouth was "Holy crap!"
Well, first of all, that makes sense. I appreciate that, Cody. But that's clearly impossible because we all know Jesus used a bidet, so there was nothing to dig up.
He didn't poop at all, actually.
He did poop, but it was in a bidet. Where do you think bidets come from, dude?
I don't know.
It's the Holy Grail, dude.
The sun. The sun. The sun creates.
Grail, man.
The sun creates every bidet. It wakes.
I see what you did right there. I see what you did, Cody. I see what you did. Well played. Well played.
I'm Bruce Lee. You. Oh.
Bad man. I got a Bruce Lee t-shirt. I mean, that's a bad man. That fool. My t-shirt says "Fear is for others."
I like that. I like his statement. Become the water.
Bruce Lee don't play.
He don't play, does he?
He don't.
I'll just be honest.
Bad man.
I like that guy.
He made martial arts cool in America. That's a bad man.
He did what? I don't know.
Martial arts cool in America. That's a bad man.
Why would he make martial arts? What? How is that cool? No, I don't remember ever hearing martial arts being cool.
I agree. I agree. I'm going to concede this argument. I agree.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, I'm going to actually look up, does that even exist? Martial arts. Let me go ahead and ask my favorite social.
I thought you said, you just said it.
My favorite search engine, Bing partial arts. Because Bing makes me type it out. Wow, it actually exists. That's jacked up, Cody.
Bruce Lee created it. Bruce Lee created it.
Buddy, but that's jacked up, dude.
Bruce Lee created it.
Yo, that is awesome, dude.
Martial arts.
That is awesome, dude.
Oh my word. Oh my word.
Yeah. I can't. Wow.
I think.
Yeah, man. 2.5 hours. Shall we call it a night?
We shall adjourn.
I'll figure out how to get this material to you, and we can decide how we want to handle it.
Dude, that sounds good. Saturday, then
7:30,
Tuesday, get your mic.
hopefully.
I'm gonna fire up Zencaster. I'm gonna do the license for it.
Do you want to? So that the question I was going to ask you is, do you want to do the free version, or do you want to do the, the paid version, the first paid version, which is I think $20 a month?
I'm gonna do the paid version
Okay. All right.
just to make sure we've got everything that we need.
Yeah, I think the problem with the free version is you had to pay a la carte for post production.
Yeah, exactly. That's just, I just feel with the way we're going, we're gonna need it.
Yeah, because I mean, where we're going to record a 5-hour podcast every week. So yeah.
Yeah, like people don't want to hear that. Who knows? Who knows? People may want to hear all this, but
We may put out a director's cut or something. Who knows?
we could. What's your follower number goal? Have you thought about it?
No.
What's the audience you want to reach? Think about it.
I'll get back to you on that. I just want to put this out in the world. I really didn't think about demographics or the amount of views we get or downloads per week. But sure, I'll get back to you with 1 year, 3 year, whatever.
I'd like that. I'd like that.
Yes.
All right, dude. Love you.
Hey! Before you say all the little little emo stuff, at some point, as the viewership grows, the question is going to come up. So we might as well ask the question right now.
Mm-hmm.
How are you trying to monetize this? Because there's multiple ways of monetizing. There's obviously,
I feel like through
advertisements, sponsorships, endorsements, et cetera, et cetera.
I feel like through endorsement and advertisement. Okay. Personally, because I want this to be available to people for free. Okay. I mean, we could have like a subscription base where we give some extra content, maybe. So
even the 5-hour unadulterated version, something
like that, or maybe they get to. Maybe there's a separate feed that has like a something to think about, I guess, because maybe it's you get the content for free, but if you pay for it, then you get the video.
Okay.
Maybe there's a video option with and we send you a freaking koozie with our name on it or t-shirt or something that's.
Hey, look, I'm open to all that, Cody, but I'm gonna let you run with it.
No, I want to hear. I need to hear your thoughts on it too.
Oh, I got you, but I'm gonna let you run with it though.
But I don't know this. This is
you're trying to monetize this. You had in your notes business, so you trying to monetize this because there's no such thing as a business without money. So
the way I see that as business and the intent of the business is that I want to run it as a partnership between the two of us. Nope. And I want us to I want us to be equal in our creation and content and develop an outcome and a goal and yeah, I want that. So
and I'm all for it, but you're gonna lead.
I'm fine leading it.
I'll tell you right now, this is a 60-40 partnership. So you're gonna lead.
I'm okay with leading it.
Okay. So
I've been chasing your ass down for a long time to try to do this. So I'm okay with leading it.
All right. So I need you to lead the business aspect. What is it you want to accomplish? Again, If we're going to talk about memberships and all that other stuff, subscription-based model, whatever the case may be, a lot of people do that. There's people on the radio. They have radio shows, and the radio shows, obviously, they're paying for that. They have satellite, whatever, but then they have a exclusive membership for people on top of paying for the XM to get them to then also have this other membership to get all these extra whatever the crap that is. But you know, that's two subscription models that they're getting. But the point is, you know, you need to decide like how far are we gonna go with this. So
I want free until we get enough people to attract advertisers and sponsors.
okay.
Hey, Tori and Cody, wear my boost mode.
Cody and Tori, because the dragon and that sucker. So clearly it'd be Cody and Tori. So I need you to be consistent, Cody.
Never put your name before somebody else when you're speaking, especially someone that you highly respect.
You just did it in the podcast.
You did it.
No, the name is very clear. I'm not the dragon.
I'm not speaking of it. Speaking of it, I will not speak of it. These are the things I will not speak of.
All right.
That being said, hey guys. Hey fellas. Hey suckers. See?
Yeah.
He's there. Boom. Bang.
Yeah.
Wear my Mint Mobile t-shirt. You know, put Mint Mobile behind you during one of your podcasts or whatever.
You mean instead of LeBron James? Why would I put anything but LeBron James behind me, dude?
I'm just so grateful that it's blurry.
Well, let me help you out there, okay? Why would I put anything behind me other than LeBron James?
Oh, that. Sorry, I'm having
Hold on. Let me tell you how awesome this is, Cody. My sister got me this for Christmas. It's not a lot.
My eyes are watering.
Not only is it a Los Angeles Lakers calendar, it's a exclusive LeBron James.
I'm just gonna go here. That's all I can see now. That's all I can see.
Every month, all you see LeBron James, bro. No Anthony Davis, no Kyle Kuzma, no Alex Caruso, no, it's LeBron James, bro. Every month.
Oh my
Every month, bro. So yeah, they better pay me if they want anything in my background other than the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James.
Maybe the Lakers will pay you.
They gotta pay me. They the one company on this planet that doesn't have to pay me is the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay? I have to free.
Yeah, that's for free. But it wouldn't hurt if they gave you a seat at one of their.
I wouldn't even take it. I would not take it unless I could pay for it.
What if they said $7
I'm paying for it.
for on the court seat?
As long as I'm paying for it. As long as they ain't free. I'm not gonna get free Lakers stuff. That doesn't happen.
What if they send you a jersey, but then tell you that you have to pay for shipping?
Perfect.
Okay. Or what if they said make a donation to your favorite charity and we'll send you a t-shirt?
Better. That's even better. You know how much more I would love the Lakers and I would rep them if they did that? Oh my goodness.
They'd never do that because they're all about the money. But no, I just, you know, when you got to buy your team, I mean, when you got to, you know, I mean, how many wins would they have?
Wow, we're still recording.
Oh, I love the Lakers. They're so awesome.
I did not expect that. Wow.
I did not expect that.
I need to add an image to my virtual background. Let's see. What can I?
Oh gosh, no. Oh no. Oh no.
All right. We'll leave that for another time. We'll
Good.
leave that for another time.
All right. And as for an official sign off that we can put Thank you for watching. Subscribe below. My son does that all the time. Dude, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard for me if that's ever the thing. That's gonna be hard for me to do,
I'm
dude.
sure it is.
To do it with a straight face.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. That's understandable.
So my son does. He pretends to be Twitch, doing his Twitch streaming for his games. And I'll hear him up there talking, and my wife's like, "There's something wrong with him." I'm like, "No, he's pretending to stream. It's fantastic. Like, let it happen."
They can make some money, man. My son's making like $80 a month now.
That's insane, dude. How many followers does he have?
He has 200 followers. I think he has like what's $5 times what's 5 divided by 80, man? I'm terrible at math. Now, I'm
5 divided by 80?
I'm a freaking engineer. I'm terrible at math. Yeah, what's 5 divided by 80?
Or 80 divided by 5?
Whichever, man. Tomato, potato, tomato. Okay.
It's like 16-ish.
There you go. So he's got 16 subscribers and like 200 followers. But
That's nice, dude. That's awesome.
I mean, that's money. Them subscribers are paying a minimum $5 a month, if not more. They have different tiers. They have $5, I think $10, $30, whatever. So, I mean, you could have some $30 in there. I don't know, whatever. But the point is, he's trying to build his community. He's got a brand. He's great at content creation. I don't necessarily agree with the content, but
what is his content? What is he about?
Content is sailor based. He has a sailor mouth. He has a sense of humor. His personality, his vibe with his community is it's just so natural that he just it's not awkward. He doesn't seem robotic or mechanical. I don't know what happened, man, but it seemed like you were getting dark on me, man. Like, are you trying to fade out? Are you trying to fade out the podcast right now or something?
No, I moved a song over.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we need to figure out the outro. We need to figure out the music if we're gonna do music or whatever. Like,
yeah, we gotta do some music.
What the outro looks like, we need to figure out the format of that. Even if it is clipping some highlight crazy nonsense as the intro, and then eventually get into that content because obviously.
Yep. I feel like that's where my brain has gone. Like, take a little bit of snips from here and there, just
Okay.
real, 15 seconds of our conversations. Not of each, but in total.
Right.
Hold on.
So this is the Dragon and that sucker signing off. Thank you again for another week of allowing us to blow your mind.
Bringing it real.
Remember this, the Dragon
and the sucker. Wait, I'm not the sucker. You are. You can't say that.
I thought we were going to end with just the Dragon.